This video might come a bit out of nowhere since I haven't been featuring Gambit on my channel too much, but I have been playing the game and I want to share this good news with you, since this could be the moment for those who haven't yet played the game or dropped the game before to give it a chance. So Gambit just got its 1.1 patch released. It's the first patch to come out for this game and it has quite extensive amount of different balance changes, bug fixes and additions in it. Some of you might remember the video where I talked a bit about hit stop and used Gambit as an example of a game that has a horrible feedback on hits. This is what I said back then. You see, Gambit has very bad feedback for successful attacks, and with this I mean in both the moments where the player lands a hit on the enemy or the enemy lands a hit on the player character. While there are some specific instances where there are some special animations for getting hit which have a lot better visual feedback, most of the attacks completely lack impact, even to such extent that at times I didn't even notice that I got hit by something before I took a quick look at my health meter, only to notice I was nearly dying. Or even worse, died before I even noticed anything. Getting hit in Gambit only leads to a very slight flinch on your character and a blood effect which can easily get lost within the chaos that very often fills the screen, especially during the boss fights. This visual effect can also be very confusing when it's paired with the dodging ability available in the game that has very similar bloody visual effects. I believe Gambit's combat could greatly benefit from hit stop. It would make receiving hits look more clear and give the player more time to react to what happened. It would also tighten the game's slight combo element when attacking the enemies. If you agree with me on that, then I have good news for you, since the 1.1 patch for Gambit actually addresses this issue. Well, they didn't add hit stop to the hit stun, but they made the impact on hits the player receives have longer white flash and stun on the character, paired with a louder sound effect, and overall, it does work better. Hits you deal to the enemies seem to have the same impact however, but that wasn't as big of a problem as receiving hits were. Here are some other highlights for me from this latest patch after doing some testing. They added animation cancels, which means that you can cancel the recovery frames into dodge, block or jump. I could instantly feel the effects of this and it was a really good decision for the overall flow of the combat. Ability cooldowns will now go off during the damaging portion of an attack. And ability cooldowns will no longer trigger if knocked back after starting an ability animation. I really like this change, since it was very frustrating to have your ability to hit cooldown when it didn't even come out due to you getting hit. Now the only punishment for using an ability at the wrong time is just getting hit. Roll animation is also now a bit faster. Now you can climb ladders without a separate button dedicated for it. Now you can just push up or down whenever you touch one to climb it. Sound balance seemed to be reworked quite a bit as well. Also, they added moisture. The game is still not perfect. For example, there's still some odd hit reaction stuff and sound effects missing, but after this update I can say with a clear conscience that this game is not garbage. I've added a link into the video description where you can see all the changes of the 1.1 patch if you're interested in going through the full list of changes. If you missed this game when it came out, now would be a great time to play it, since it feels a lot better to play than it did on release. Thank you so much for watching and take care.